Let's get this party started. All right, here we go. Let's put that there. Share the screen. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Brian. How are you? By the way, funny enough, I just sent you, Brian McCauley, I just sent you an email like 5 minutes ago and CC'd Matt. Let me know if you got a chance to take a look at that code because it's pretty timely. Let me know, Brian. I literally just sent you an email about like 5 minutes ago. I hope you made it well, and if you get a chance, please give Matt some assistance. He's struggling on one part that's delaying us. So if you get a chance, please take a look at it. I would appreciate it. I really would. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Brian, Devin, CJ, Chris, Jill, Gustavo, Jody, Stefan, Brian from Central Florida, different Brian, Richard, Eduardo, Henry, John, Peter, not John, sorry, I didn't mean to get your name wrong. Peter, Stephen, W. Wong, Robert, Vernon, Edgar, Glenn, Ricky, Sassy Trainer, Dave, David, Piet DeBrock, Angie Angie, where are you right now? Are you still in Washington State or are you traveling around? Timothy, Tom, Dr. Serena, good morning to you. Cam, good morning, my friend Cam. How are you? David, Terrence, we got, let's see who else we got here. It's going by too fast. Too fast, I tell you. Boy, they're going by really fast. Cam, David, I'm trying to not miss anybody. Terrence, John, Delroy, Rebecca, Ivano, Dennis, Dave, Sherman, Pete, Steve, Arnulfo, Ali, good morning there. Scotty, that's right. Got the horns today. It's cold today. John, Genevieve, William, good morning, William. Charlie, Stan, Dave, Don, Tony, Harold. Harold, I hope you're doing well today. You're from Colorado. Oh, and you're in Colorado now. I'm glad I asked. Yeah, see? You're always traveling around. Richard from Puente Gorda. Richard, I think the weather will be nice today. Graham, Mark, good morning. Graham, good morning, Mark. JB, Stalpa, Robert, Art. Richard, good morning, Richard. We got Eric Chagins. I hope I pronounced it right. I am so sorry if I got your name wrong. Eric Chagins. Again, I am so sorry if I got your name wrong. Jesse, John, Stephen, Rochelle. Good morning, Rochelle. Good to see you. I hope your goodies are getting better. Everything's good. Gregory, Patrick, Naples, Rosalind, Michael, Diana, Dr. Serena, Angie, thumbs up on left side under video. Thank you. I appreciate it. Scott, Kim, Raj, Afshin, Robert, Creo, Murray. You're in Bethesda. What are you doing over there, Murray? What are you doing over there? You travel, are you? Business or pleasure? Wind, Cam says 65 mile per hour wind, Albuquerque. Wow. Whoo, 65 miles per hour. That's crazy. JT, Jason, Jeff, Hari, Michael. What's the story on the Texas t-shirt? It's not a t-shirt. It's a jacket. One of my wife's best friend's daughter goes there, and she goes to Texas University, and she sent me the shirt because you know how much I love bulls and bears. So she sent me one. So I'm wearing it. I love wearing this shirt when it gets cold here. My heater. So let me tell you guys a little story. We used to do a lot of filming in this room. And we used to use a regular professional microphone, and the heater that's up, you can't see it. It's up right up there. It was very strong, so I closed it so the noise, the air wouldn't interfere with the mic. But now it's cold here all the time, so it takes a couple of hours for things to cool off. But yeah, just wearing my Texas horns today. Longhorn. Yep, she's a Longhorn. Yeah, her name is Kate, and she's a wonderful girl. Known her since she was born. Uh, yeah, Antonio, Michael, Dr. Serena, Murray. Pleasure. Good for you. Good for you, Murray. Let me know all about it. Remember, I live vicariously through you. Kiang, Jim, hook 'em horns. That's right. All right, let's talk about the market today. And by the way, I should probably turn on my TC 2000 because we do have a very, very big report that is going to be the catalyst for this week. Now, remember what I told you guys yesterday. Choppiness, consolidation, not a clean break, not a clean break. I gave you Tesla as an example. Move the desks around. Men couldn't connect my solar yesterday. So sorry to hear that, Rochelle. Oh, I just got a signal somewhere. Whenever I hear those bells, it means I got a signal. Oh, all right. Good, good, good. See scalar and F and V. There's a stock that I really regret not getting into, and that's FNV. I'm looking at it around the 8-day EMA. Maybe I'll get a chance to get in there. I'll talk about it in a minute. And where is my TC 2000? There we are. There's this. There's this. Okay, all the way over there. All right, let's bring you over here, baby. That's it. Let's put up the bond market here. And that way we'll be able to see exactly what's going on at 8:30. And remember something else too. It's not just the employment report today. It's also a bunch of Fed speakers, including Powell. Very nice. Yeah, we may have a lot of people today before the report. Hey, Penny, good to see you. Good to see you. Rochelle also says very windy. Gaston, good to see you. Ray, Norman, good to see everybody. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for being here. We're going to have a big crowd today. While we're doing that, let me give you some links before we start. Folks, I have my tariff predictions, gold predictions. All of that happens today at 1 o'clock. I'm going to be giving you guys full outlook, all right? Here. All right. That's all happening today at 1 o'clock. Don't miss out. All new class. I'll be in my VIP room today talking about confirmation signals. Confirmation signals. Vishal said NVIDIA buy. I don't even know where you're getting that from. Steve, hello, Steve. Vishal, I'll give you my full analysis if you just give me a little time. The last thing I would be doing right now would be buying NVIDIA. Unless you want to get spanked really hard. Let me do my analysis, and we'll give you a full view of what you need to be doing. Just give me a few minutes, but you don't want to be buying NVIDIA right now. The last thing you want to be doing is buying NVIDIA right now. So let's break everything down for you. Bond market, what's the bond market doing today? Really not doing anything. It's actually very stable. Now, remember something. We've had a lot of correlation between the bond market and the stock market. The bond market went down yesterday. Today, the bond market is up. There's a 0.74 correlation with the stock market. Now, is this a great thing? I don't know. It depends on the report that comes out in let's see here, in 21 minutes. It all depends on the report that comes out, right? So we got to watch it very, very, very closely. If the bond market starts sinking, that's very, very bad. If the bond market stays here or moves higher, very, very good for the stock market today. The stock market's getting 70 to 75% of its movement from the bond market right now, from this asset right now. So we got to watch it very carefully. But so far, yield is lower this morning, and this is holding steady. Hey, Kevin, I didn't say anything about NVIDIA. Vishal mentioned NVIDIA, and I just said, please, let me finish my analysis, Norman. I didn't say to buy or sell NVIDIA. Please, I don't do conclusions here till the end. I'm not here to give you conclusions. I'm here to make you think. If you don't want to think, then just tune out and tune in for the last 5 minutes. But if you want to learn how to do this yourself and how I came up with my conclusion, then this is for you. Because here's the thing, Norman and Vishal. I could tell you to buy or sell NVIDIA from the top of the Empire State Building. But unless you trust the trade yourself, you're not going to be able to stay in it. Okay? You need to develop a trust. You need to understand why you're doing what you're doing. This is the purpose of what I'm doing here. If you're looking for conclusionary things like buy here, sell there, this is not going to help you. But if you want to open up your mind and learn how to analyze market action, then you're definitely in the right place. What do the Wall Street experts think is going to happen if Trump allows the debt to continue to grow exponentially? We are adding debt, which increases interest expenses, which adds debt. Boyd, you're saying very smart things. When I see smart things, I usually stop talking. To answer your question, we don't talk about that. We just sweep it under the rug every month and pretend it doesn't exist. Hey, Eagle Beagle. But yeah, you have a very legitimate concern, and I agree with you. But what are they doing about it? What debt? What? Huh? What? That's what they're doing about it. They're pretending it doesn't exist. And I'm trying to give you the most honest answer humanly possible. Okay, great question. Great question. And I don't know about what experts think. I'm telling you what they're doing about it. I don't know what any experts think. I don't think they're really thinking very much. Boyd, I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to tell you guys something about me. You may not like to hear what I have to say, but I'm not going to bullshit you. As much as you hate hearing one thing about me, I am as honest as I'm a little too honest for my own good. I'm not going to bullshit you, okay? And that's 99.9% better than most people out there, okay? Solution, print more money to pay the interest if taxes aren't enough. There you go, Richard. That's the answer. I don't know, and I don't want to get into it. I'm just going to read the charts. I'm going to lead all that to my ex-partner, Kevin Hassett and Trump to figure out. But they're probably going to do nothing about it and pretend it doesn't exist, which is what they've been doing about it for the last 30 years, Boyd. Okay, so the bond market pinched between these two levels. No, Rochelle. No, he's very consistent. I don't want to. Don't rope me into it. Don't rope me into that discussion today. I've got a lot to talk about. I'm very upset about the whole administration. This whole back and forth leads me to believe they have no plan, and that's not a good thing. Okay, so the bond market is just right here at the 8-day EMA. If the bond market goes up after the report comes out, I think we'll have a very nice day today. If the report is negative, I think the bond markets will fall and it will push the stock market with us. That's the last thing we need because we're very, very vulnerable right now. The US dollar is in the crapper. Why? Because the US can't seem to make up its mind about anything. And there's a lot less confidence in the US economy than we had 6 months ago. Why? Partly because of what the Fed did and partly because of what Trump is doing right now, okay? We are reaching support on the US dollar, but what's concerning me is that the gold market isn't spiking fast enough with the US dollar dropping. But US dollar dropping is deflationary, but the problem is it creates a weaker economy because the weaker the US dollar gets, the less money US dollar will attract. I'm going to repeat that again. The weaker the US dollar gets, the easier it is to transact. I mean, if this goes down far enough, then foreigners are not going to be complaining about the US dollar trade, the tariffs, because the US dollar is going to be worth nothing. I hope that doesn't happen, but this is not a good sign. This is weakening for the economy, and this is going to detract investors from putting their money into the US dollar. You guys remember when we had negative interest rates? Remember when we had negative interest rates? I mean, in the world, everybody was putting their money into US dollar. Well, the weaker the US dollar gets, the less people want to put their money into the US dollar because they're trying to get the most for their buck. So this is not a good look for the US dollar, okay? This is not a good look for the US dollar, but this is deflationary, okay? Gold is still moving higher. It's still above the 8-day EMA. I like the gold market right now. I'm going to see if I can finally get that FNV. Rich, you probably already liquidated it and booked your profits. I still haven't gotten into it. I missed that trade. I really like that FNV trade. I should have taken it, but it's still probably not too late. I do like the gold market, and I think if the stock market continues showing instability and the US dollar continues to show instability, the gold market will go higher. I do believe that we're at a very critical point, and the U.S. dollar is going to start coming back up. But the U.S. dollar dropping this much is not good. This is precipitous. Glad to hear that, Rich. Glad to hear that. Yeah, money goes where it's treated best. And look at the U.S. dollar right now. This is not making Trump happy. Trump wants the U.S. dollar to, you know. Anyway, crude oil. Crude oil is just sitting around here. I mentioned to you guys that it'll probably stay around this area. There's a hell of a lot of support here. There's a lot of support here. There we go. There really is a lot of support here. The odds are it's going to just bounce in this channel for quite some time. I actually have, for the first time in quite some time. Oh, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know. I do appreciate it. I usually see it when I pull up my TC 2000. I have it at the top, but I haven't looked at it yet today. Let's see if anything's moving right now. So far, so far the bond market is moving higher. That's really good. Let's see what the stock market's doing. Moving lower, not good. QQQ moving lower at the lows of the session right now. SMH just kind of sitting there. SMH is actually up today, which is because of the earnings on Marvell, I believe it was. Not Marvell, it was another stock. I'll talk about that in a minute. Dow Jones flat. Yeah, not looking fantastic. We really do need just kind of flat. We really do need this to spruce us up. Bitcoin is starting to come up. I like that. Mags have not started coming up yet, as you could see right here. But people are starting to put their money back into crypto. Thank you, Wesley. I appreciate it. Hey, Robert. Hey, Rochelle. AVGO. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Good for you, Carlos. Good for you. Happy Friday, Ivan. Happy Friday. Alan, hello there. At AD, good, good, good. People are doing good. So this is the problem where we have right now. And whether we're going to break, today's report is going to be very instrumental. If we break this low, folks, we already officially are in a bear market. I explained that to you. We've been in one for a while, but the headlines are going to start hitting. The last thing you want to do is buy NVIDIA. For whoever it was who asked me that, the last thing you want to do is buy NVIDIA when mags are right here. Trump has a Bitcoin summit today, so that may be driving Bitcoin. Yeah, very possible. Point is, we're at key levels. Let me now go through the fundamentals, and then I'll go through all the technicals. I think I'm going to be working from home today. Yeah, Gaston, you guys are all right. It was AVGO. I'm going to be working from home, so I got a little extra time today. All right. S&P's just up a little bit. We have important payroll report. We also have Mr. Jerome Powell speaking. I don't think what he's going to say is going to have much of an impact. People are going to be asking him about tariffs. His answer is going to be legitimately, we have no idea what's going to happen. And let me tell you, after the last 2 weeks, that would be probably the most accurate statement. Nobody knows what the hell's going to happen. I don't know if Trump knows what the hell's going to happen. He's 1 minute this, 1 minute that, 1 minute here, 1 minute there. That creates uncertainty for U.S. dollar, and that creates uncertainty for Americans. That devalues your dollar. Uncertainty devalues your dollar. And that's just how it is. Palantir plummeted over 10%, top loser. SEC revealed that Alexander Moore sold 1.7 million worth of shares. This means absolutely nothing. As I mentioned yesterday, a lot of people have to buy or sell shares because their pension plan, retirement plan, their bonus plan, it doesn't mean anything. Don't read into, please don't. Matt is off today. I think he's doing something with his wife or working from home. I'll get an answer from him later. I just saw on my calendar that Matt is out today. So, anyways, Marvell tumbled over 19%. Semiconductor company failed to meet their Mongo, didn't do well. Some of the reasons why the market is lower or went lower yesterday. Zscaler's up, actually. The stock did well. get offset a little bit. Folks, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, and if this is helpful to you, just go right here to the bottom, right here, and give us a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. We got over 500 people here. We should have about 200, 250 thumbs up. And if you don't like it, then don't give me a thumbs up. All right, let's continue. Labor market reported on Thursday that Americans filed. This number was not even, this is not even worth talking about unless this number gets to like 300, 400,000, which it may. But so far, nothing, not even during COVID. You could see right here. It's just 4-week moving average, 224, 224. I mean, this is nothing. We were actually, ironically, they were expecting the number to go a little higher, and the number actually went a little lower. So, and you could see here the 4-week moving average is 224, and we were at 221. And nothing to even talk about, like not a total non-issue. Yeah, maybe baby doctor appointment. Right. I don't want to. I'm not going to mess with him. I'll call him afterwards. He didn't even tell me. He just put it on my calendar probably like 2 weeks ago, and I probably just forgot about it. Oh, trade deficit. Boyd, weren't we just talking about this? Was it Boyd? Who was it we were just talking about this? I think it was Boyd. Yes, Boyd. Trade deficit. Look at this. 131 billion. They were expecting 128 billion. It's like they just keep sweeping it under the rug, right? They do. They just keep sweeping it under the rug like it doesn't happen. I know it's wrong, but that's what they keep doing. And the market seems to be okay with it. So remember, we only go with what the market does. We don't really try to like impose our will on the market. This is my favorite part to read every morning. Parker stated on Thursday that risks to the economy are increasing. Really? No. As businesses and consumers grow more cautious and inflationary pressure mounts? What? Wait a minute. What? Didn't he say six weeks ago everything was honky dory and we had rainbows and crickets and fairies and all that? Didn't he lower interest rates 3/4 of a basis point less than 1/4 ago? Yeah. Screwed the pooch on that one, didn't you, Harker? Increasing as business and consumers grow more cautious. Yeah, hey, don't touch interest rates. Don't touch interest rates. And what do? They lower interest rates. Michael says President Trump wants a weaker dollar, then he's accomplishing that goal via uncertainty. Not taking a political stand, but that is what it is. Yeah, it is. That's exactly right, Michael. Hey, guys, I'm not causing the U. I have no positions in the U.S. dollar. I'm not causing this, okay? But what Michael just said is causing this, okay? All right, let's continue. You're right, Michael. All I could say is, unfortunately, you're right. Yeah. You don't think an exponentially growth depth increases uncertainty? No, Boyd. No. It should, but it's not. I'm telling you, the market's reacting like it doesn't exist. It's like a pink elephant in the room that's not there. I know what you're saying, and I agree with you, Boyd. I agree with you. But I'm telling you, the market just hasn't cared in years. But they do care about what this Trump going back and forth. They do. And again, if I thought you were wrong, I would tell you, but you're not. You're absolutely right. But the market just seems to not care. I know it's a weird thing, and if you want, we can discuss it for hours. But and I'm with you. But the market just doesn't care. And I'm talking about the trade deficit. And by the way, it's not right now. It's been going on for years. It's not a Trump thing. It's not a Biden thing. It's been going on for decades. The market just seems to be ignoring it. All right. So this really bothers me. So let's see. Doesn't it sound like he completely changed his tune? Like the kid shouldn't be driving that bike now? 4 months ago, they were trying to give that kid that bike, even though the kid didn't think he deserved it. Now they want to take that bike away. Okay. He also said that increasing worried about the decline in price growth. Really? You mean it wasn't? You mean price was okay 3 months? You mean egg prices was okay 4 months ago? Yeah, I mean, folks, as you all know, prices on goods really changed a lot in the last 4 months. I mean, supermarket prices just tripled, didn't they? Folks, nothing changed. Harker, nothing changed. You're just being a moron. All right. Bostic. Oh, let's say what Bostic said. It may take several months to gauge the impact of President Trump's policies. Yeah, right. So why did you have to lower rates right before he was coming into office, you moron? Indicating that officials might keep rates steady until late spring, which is exactly what I said. I think things are going to get okay around summertime. Remember what I said, 2 quarters. At the same time, Waller stated that he would not back a rate cut in March, but sees the potential of two or possibly three. I agree with him. So remember what I said. I think we are close. I think we're only 2 quarters away. We're only 2 quarters away. The problem is Trump came in like a bull in a china shop right after a major heart surgery. We needed more recovery. We needed another quarter or two of recovery, and we're not getting it. And instead of what I would have done in his place is I would have done what he's doing later on in his term when things would stabilize, when the economy would stabilize. That's what I know I called it, but that's not going to help us make any money, even when it's wrong. To agree with them. Exactly, Boyd. Exactly. Have my own chickens, garden, and small flow. It seems like you got it all figured out. I like it, Steve. I gotta hang out with you more. So at the same time, yeah, I mean, I do agree. So, folks, here's where I'm at. I believe the Fed was 2 quarters too early. Okay? 2 quarters too early. I don't think they were making the wrong move. I don't think they're screwing up. I think they're 2 quarters too early. And I think that's a huge, that's like imagine someone has cancer. They're recovering. They just had chemo. They're recovering. And now they have to go back to like breathing unhealthy air. Like you got to let a person we were still recovering from COVID, folks. We're still coming out of that interest rate environment, and we were just about to turn deflationary, and the Fed had to go negative. And by the way, to Trump's credit, he told the Fed, don't lower rates. And what did they do? They lowered rates. We would have, by the way, his policy and everything he's doing right now would have been much better if interest rates were not lower, because he could use that as a tool. He could say, okay. Oh, look, we're putting a lot of pressure on our economy right now with these tariffs. Hey, Powell, you may want to start lowering rates. You haven't lowered rates in 2 years. That would have been a time, and that would have given the market some relief right now. He asked for that. He wanted it. I don't want to curse, but Powell was stubborn. That's a big problem. Okay, he didn't have. We don't have that tail. See, look. Let me show you. This is where the bond market was when we started lowering rates. We were moving into a deflationary area. Powell lowers rates right here, interest rates go straight up. This is bonds. Bonds going down means interest rates straight up. If Powell didn't do anything, we would have probably stayed around here, like right around here. And now we would have started coming down. That would have been okay. We would have had some room to breathe, because Powell could say, well, if our president insists on these tariffs, then we're going to start lowering rates. Oh, okay. But now what are you going to do? You have no hand. That's the problem, folks. So I blame Powell. I blame Powell in moving too fast, and I blame Trump in not being sensitive enough to that. But maybe he's not looking at the market and he's not trying to time things. I don't know. All right, let's continue. Volatility. Volatility is still at this level. This bothers me because yesterday we although we are going lower right now, we're going lower. The highs are getting lower. This is not making me feel warm and fuzzy. Remember, volatility is very. Let's look at what the market's doing. Market's going up. Bond market is going down. That's not good. Let's see what the report says. Survey says. This is not out yet. Yeah. But yeah, whatever the report is, it's not helping us right now. This is not helping us right now. Now, Roger, why are you looking at the bond market, not the stock market? Because the stock market is getting 74% of its move from the bond market the last month. Let's see what the stocks are doing. No, stocks are moving okay. They're moving okay. This could, folks, this could have been a flight to quality, and this could be just coming down. This is okay. As long as the stock market keeps moving up, I'm okay with all of this. This is good. This is good. This is good. Let's see what the number is. I don't know what the number is. I still don't know what the number is. Let's see. 151 versus 170. I don't see that here. They were looking for 160, and you're saying it was an average hourly earning came in on par. Private payroll actual 140,000. 140,000. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. 4.1 on unemployment. It's within expectations. Yeah, I still don't have it here, but I do have the market. And as long as the market's moving up, I'm great with that. So this might have been the catalyst that we needed, all right? The report was mostly deflationary for US dollar. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. That's good. That's very, very good. US dollar, we can't really see anything here. That's an index. It'll start trading at the moment. But this is good for stocks. We're getting a little support here. We're getting some support. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's continue this. Powell's going to be delivering a keynote today. Non-farm payroll is out. Unemployment rate, they're looking at 4%. Again, I'm just trying to update this. Oh, here we go. 151, it's not bad. Private payroll, oh, this is good. This is good. Manufacturing payroll, this is good. Participation rate is okay. Average hourly earnings for the year, 4. This is an okay report. This is okay. Nothing. Yeah, thank you, Penny. Yeah, nothing really. This is okay. This is a good report. This is a solid report. Hopefully, the market will be driven up as a result of this report today, and hopefully volatility. Folks, we need to see VIX go below 2280. Let's see what it's doing right now. I don't think this is opening pre-open VXX. Here we go. Volatility's coming down. Good, 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 good. So step one, we're moving in the right direction. What we need to see when the market opens, we need to see VIX below 2280. Okay? We need VIX to see below. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. We need to see VIX below 22 right here. We need this to be broken today. Okay? All right. What about the stock market? Well, we are not in a good place. We need this number to start going up. It's not a bad RJ. It's not a bad report. I don't know. We'll find out in a few minutes when I start talking about technicals, Oliver. I'm not there yet. So we have a very shitty environment right now, as you could see right here. What about the broad market? You have 47. We are in a bear market right now. Congratulations, Mr. Trump. We are in a bear market. Now, I know the news isn't saying it yet, but we are in a bear market. 47%, we're in a bear market. All the Russells are in a bear market. The Dow's not in a bear market. NASDAQ 100 is right at 50%, and NASDAQ Composites at 41%. Folks, welcome to the new bear market. Watch headlines start. Now, if that starts getting into the headlines, Trump is going to start making moves aggressively. He's not going to want to be associated with a bear market. Too much vanity. Momentum levels. Folks, we have 367 stocks breaking down this morning. Okay? We have 367 stocks breaking down this morning. Yesterday, we came into the session with only 124 stocks breaking down. But the day before that, we had 446. Now, ultimately, I think this is moving in the right direction, and we need to see this number higher. What's great is, look at this number. We had 39 yesterday. Now we have coming. Hold on a second. 1 second. We have 39. Yesterday, this number was 105. So we're doing this. Hopefully today we can break this, and this number can go back. This number can go back to 100, and this number can break 200. That he isn't. Yeah, CJ, he says a lot of things. Do you believe him? All right. He did say that. He did say that. I believe he's looking. Maybe he's not looking at his stock market, but Kevin Hassett is looking at the stock market, and Kevin Hassett is the senior financial advisor to President Trump, and he is looking at the stock market. All right. Trust me, Trump is looking at the stock market. All right. Where is the sectors? QQQ, consumer discretionary, technology, we're still down here. All defensive sectors minus Bitcoin are up here. All right. Industrial, material, consumer staples, home builders, healthcare, they're all on top. We're still very, very defensive. We're still very, very defensive. Volatility going down, really good for us. Second candle back up, really good for us. Bond market is now back. Okay, so the bond market's back to where it was. Stock market is still moving higher. SMH is up today over 2%. What has been the stinker the last couple of days? Semiconductors. Let's see how SMH is looking right now. We look like we're bottoming out here, or at least moving sideways. We're not going down anymore. We may have a couple of up days, okay? Keep an eye. If chip stocks give up the ghost today, forget about it. Forget about it. Mega caps. Let's look at mega caps. Somebody asked me, Moondog is in the kitchen. Hey, Moondog, will bend his ears if it gets really bad. Of course, of course. Trump is looking at the midterm, get all the bad news over with early. Okay. All the president has to say is exactly what you said this morning. I didn't realize just how weak the economy was that Biden left me, so I need to put a hold on tariffs until we get the economy stable. Yeah, that would be, well, first of all, Jeff, that would be the truth. By the way, it wasn't so much Biden, it was Powell. Powell. It wasn't Biden. Powell. He can blame Powell. I wouldn't really blame Biden. I would blame Powell. Yeah, but I agree with you, Jeff. I couldn't agree with you more. I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. It would if he did what you said, we would be at the 50-day moving average within 2-3 trading sessions. SMH up only because AVGO earnings. Not sure one company can sustain. Remember, AVGO is in play right now. What about NVIDIA? What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA is up almost 2%. It's not just AVGO. It's NVIDIA too. Right. Yeah. True. He does, Jeff. God bless him. He does. Yeah, but I agree with you. He needs to walk back this whole tariff mishigas, okay? It was something I've been saying since the day he was elected. So bond market, fairly stable. Chips, fairly stable. Dow Jones, up only 0.30, but up, not down. Yeah, definitely Powell. All right, let's continue. So momentum levels are much favoring the bears right now, okay? What about the S&P? What levels should we be looking at? Let's take a look. We are at the 200-day moving average. Remember the example I gave you on Tesla, bouncing around? I still think we are bouncing around. I don't see a clean break off the 200-day moving average. I don't consider this a break of the 200-day moving average. I consider this flirting with the 200-day moving average. And notice we're right at the 200-day moving average. What does that mean? Huge amount of uncertainty. I didn't say anything about NVIDIA. Vishal, you keep talking about NVIDIA. What is it with you and NVIDIA? Forget about NVIDIA. Just forget about NVIDIA. Vishal, come here for 3 months every day and then ask me about NVIDIA. Just forget about NVIDIA. Pretend it doesn't exist. All right, so we are right Here we are at the 200-day moving average. Well, what does that mean, Roger? It means the market has absolutely no idea what it wants to do next. We are at a precipitous. Yes, I used fancy words. I do use them sometimes. We are at a precipitous of a 200-day moving average. The more likely scenario, as I mentioned to you for the last 3 days, is this right here. This is what happens when you get to a key level. You see this right here? You see this right here? Look at the SPY. Now, I didn't say that to you this morning. I said that to you 3 days ago. What have we been doing? We've been putzing around the 200-day moving average. What are the odds that we will happen today if the market doesn't, if this is not a major catalyst? We're going to putz around the 200-day moving average. I don't consider this a clean break below the 200-day moving average. Well, what is a clean break below the 200-day moving average? Right here. See this? When it closes below, this didn't close below. It went whoop and then went right back up and cleanly closed above. We're cleanly above it right now. Now, is it great that we're literally tithering on it? Hell no. This is horrible. But this puts us in a position of uncertainty. If we close below the 200-day moving average, if this little rectangle is right here at the end of the day, institutions are going to put pause on their program buying. And that's going to put us in a pickle. We don't know what's going to happen, but I was hopeful that this report was going to set us up here. Till we are above the 8-day EMA, till this right here, this candle. Can you guys see it okay? I'm trying to blow it up as much as possible. The current auction is extremely undecided. Okay? Right here, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem because we're just sitting here. Now, Roger, why haven't you been putting a lot of trades in your programs? Why do you think? Do you think I'm doing it because I'm lazy? Do you think I'm doing it because I have something better to do? I'm protecting you from yourselves. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Okay? All right, let's continue. Let's continue here. Europe is down over 1%, folks. We got no, RJ says 8-day EMA is above the downtrend. Yes, it is. Yes. Yep, it is. We could get pinched between, yes, we can. Yes, we are. Boy, you guys are making too much. See, when you guys start writing things that are making too much sense, it makes me want to not say anything. Hookham and Horn, SPY's dropping up only because we are trend traders and there is no clear trend. Jeff, I'm going to have to hire you. You're making a little too much sense. Europe is down 1%, tracking losses in Asia. Trump's shifting stance on trade. I'm going to try reading this again. President Trump's shifting stance on trade tariffs fueled market uncertainty and undermined confidence in the economic outlook. First declared 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, later exempted autos, ultimately postponed tariffs, and retail stocks led the decline on Friday. Yeah, this uncertainty is because how do people make trading plans with all this uncertainty? How do stores hedge themselves? Trump says that yesterday the market are selling off aggressively, but everything will be okay long term. Well, I'm glad he's saying that. Now he's a stock market analyst. I didn't know he was a stock market market timer. Danger, Will Rogers. Yep, danger. Nibble positions. Boy, you guys are rubbing off of me. This is good. Eagle says copper price is going higher and you trust news and the copper prices rise. Yeah. So China snapped a 3-week session. China's not giving us any tailwind. Europe is not giving us any tailwind. Japan sharply lower, hitting a 6-month low as worries over U.S. tariffs and higher borrowing costs dampened sentiment. Electronics and pharmaceutical led the decline. Benchmark notched a weekly loss. U.S. President Trump's shifted approach to trade heightened concerns about global economy, adding to market uncertainty. Thank God I'm not the one saying it. Thank God I'm just reading it because people would think I'm turning on him just because I'm reading something. And then people say, don't talk about Trump. How can I not talk about him when literally every global report has him front and center? You think I'm enjoying this? You don't think I'd rather talk about stocks and trend lines right now? Broadcom surged 12% in pre-market, giving us a nice tailwind. Speaking of tailwind, let's see how AVGO is doing overnight with all this news. Up 18%. But look at this. Look what happened since the news came out. The news came out right here. The stock was at 203. The stock is at 197 and going down today. Now, the odds are the stock is going to be very strong today, but I don't like the fact that it's going down. I want to see it going up afterwards. Will be a rocky start. Yeah, very rocky start. Vertuvian says reciprocal tariffs, not tariffs, saying only tariffs is alike, yelling fire in a theater instead of saying no fire. I don't want to get into it right now. If you guys want me to talk about tariffs extensively, I could talk about it. Tariffs are taxes. They're punitive, period. Okay? You know who said that? Steve Cohen, the greatest trader of our generation. He said that 2 weeks ago. If you don't believe me, believe Steve Cohen, the guy who owns a baseball team, a multi-billionaire. All right? All right. So we're not getting any tailwind from global economy. We're not getting any tailwind from the bond market, as you can see right here. Bond market is, let's see if the bond market's even up right now. Yeah, we actually are getting a little tailwind for the bond market, up 56. So bond market is giving us a little bit tailwind. Gold is above the 8-day. I like gold right now. I like this trend that it's building, actually. SPY is flat. RSP is flat. Remember what I've been telling you guys. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. Remember what I've been telling you guys all this quarter, and I've been using MAGs as an example, right? I've been telling you. Remember we were in this triangle, right? Before the US dollar broke down. Remember I was telling you when we were here that Fed data and mega cap news is not having a major impact. We're not seeing that volatility we're always seeing. Well, today's another example of that. Today's a perfect example of that too. You would expect today's report to have a major impact on the market. And thank you, Angie. I appreciate it. And lo and behold, up 0.14% flat. No impact whatsoever. Folks, when reports like this don't give us any firepower, that's a bearish sign. And by the way, I hate to say this, but this is a descending triangle. And descending triangles typically break to the downside. All right. Yeah, we had 721 people today. How many likes do we have? I don't even know how many likes we have. It doesn't matter. Whatever you guys give me, I'll take. So what am I seeing for the market today? Tariffs can also be taken as a sign of war. Yeah, it's a sign of aggression. Well, that's how Canada's taking Canada's taking tariffs as a sign of war. As they're taking it as a sign of aggression. All these actions are creating bear market. We're talking about that here. We sure are, Kanaka. We sure are. So, folks, Roger, what is the market going to do? Well, I don't like what I'm seeing right now. I don't like anything. What I do like is this. I like the fact that semiconductors are giving us a little bit of a tailwind. I don't like the fact that mega caps are not giving us any tailwind. And by the way, don't look now, but they're trading below the 200-day moving average. You see that? I know, it's barely, but they are below the 200-day moving average. He wants to do what? India? What the? He wants to tariff India? Oh, I'm going to have to buy some Alka-Seltzer today. Tariffs for everybody. Anyway, we have a descending triangle here. This is a descending triangle here. Folks, descending triangles are not bullish. So we need to break above this ascending triangle. We need to break above this level here. We need to get above the 8-day EMA on every major index. So RSP, write these levels now. Tony says, Musk components about leaving NATO are not helping Europe. Yeah, no. I'm telling you, I'm going to need some antacid today. Pepto-Bismol, here I come. Soon, if this keeps up, you're going to see a Pepto-Bismol bottle or a Malox bottle on my desk every time I'm going to say something. I'm going to take a swig of it. They tariff us, we tariff them. Yeah. All right. So I don't like this. Folks, the 8-day EMA is at 177.12 on RSP. On the mega caps, it's at 50.14. On the Dow, it's at 430.83, 430.44. On QQQ, by the way, QQQ, don't look now, but QQQ, the Nasdaq 100 is below the 100-day, the 200-day moving average. This is not good, folks. Pepto drinking game, yeah. That's bad. Not good. Not good. By the way, remember, I got some stuff today. I got my top predictions. I got my top predictions for you guys today at 1 o'clock. By the way, who made money in the pit yesterday? Who made money in the pit yesterday? We had 3 trades in the pit yesterday. Who made money in the pit yesterday? India charges 100%. But who drives Harley Davidsons in India? Glenn, did they drive Harley Davidsons in India? That's a better question. Who drives Harley Davidsons in India? Have you ever seen an Indian drive a Harley Davidson? I want to ask you guys, have you ever seen an Indian drive a Harley Davidson? You have? Huh. Well, there you go. I've never seen an Indian drive a Harley Davidson. Huh. I will, Tony. Thank you for heads up. I will read it. I will read it. I'm going to read it today. Thank you for giving me heads up. Well, there you go. There you go. I've never seen an Indian drive a Harley in my life. No joke. No joke. And I'm from LA, but all right, let's talk stocks, okay? Oh, by the way, folks, if you're looking for longs, there's 39 stocks, including ETFs, that are breaking higher right now. If you take away the ETFs, there are 21 stocks out of 4,000 that are making 90-day highs right now. If you want to talk about 52-week highs, 11 stocks are making 52-week highs. Huh? Interesting. I'm not criticizing. All I'm saying is I've never seen an Indian drive I've never seen an Indian on a Harley Davidson in my life. That's all I'm saying. I'm not. I'm just making a comment. I'm not. I've never in my life seen an Indian drive a Harley in my entire life. Right? Just an observation. 52-week lows, 73 stocks are making 52-week lows. So not a lot of stocks are making 52-week lows. 20-week lows, 128. 50-week lows, 228. What is this telling us? It's telling us that there's not a lot of stocks that are bottoming out, but there's a lot of stocks that could be coming down because there's less stocks in every interval. So look at this, 50-week low, 228. That's not good. If this breaks down, it's going to impact the 20-week and it's going to impact the 52-week. So far, it's only at a 50-week, which basically is telling us we haven't broken this little triangle quite yet. Okay? All right. Eagle says, Kanaka, you're correct. Roads can give 1,000 bike a decent ride. Dirt bike. Whatever, guys. Listen. I'm just making comments. All right. Stocks to the downside. Let's talk stocks to the downside. By the way, before we talk stocks to the downside, let's look one more time at the index. So we rallied, right? We rallied on this report, and then we just lost all of it. The bond market is higher. This is good. Semiconductors are up only, now they're coming down too. The Dow, RSP, flat. Not a good way to start the day. QQQ up 0.18, not a good way to start the day. Mega caps flat. That's bad. That's not good. This report did not do us any favors. So we're going to, and I'll give you a game plan for today. I'll give you a full game plan. Let me do my analysis and I'll give you a full game plan. Stocks to the downside. By the way, let me give you a customer service live link. I ride a Harley and not seen an Indian on one. There you go, Terry. I'm not trying to be funny or cute. I've just never seen an Indian, and I have absolutely nothing against Indians. Some of my best friends are Indians. I've just never seen an Indian on a Harley before. And it's Friday, right? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about what I expect, but I always talk about my expectations after I do my analysis. D Dog, I'm still bearish on the dog. CPRT, how do you spell relief? Yeah. All right. All right. Let's continue. Huh. I don't remember that, but that's one of my wife's favorite movies, RJ. Copart to the bear side. CCL. Max 7s are coming off right now. Wait for Carnival to break the 200 or pull back to the 8-day. Do not do anything at the 200-day for obvious reasons. See, look, look, look. Let me show you guys this. Look what happens near the 50-day line. You see how it just consolidates? You see how right here it just consolidates? That's why I'm saying we're just kind of consolidating around that area right now. And it is Friday. Fridays usually we fizzle out after 2 o'clock. Brother had his whole wedding on Harleys. Nice, nice. And again, you know, I've never seen an Indian on a Harley. Call me crazy. Look at this descending triangle right here on this stock. Breaking down. There's no support here. On semiconductors. Owl. The blue owl capital. Yay. This clearly broke the two. This is what we don't want to see on the S&P, folks. He has two hogs. Well, there you go. See, folks, I don't claim to know everything. And remember, I've only lived in California and Florida, so I don't have exposure across the world. Cop. Energy prices. US dollar coming down is actually good for energy prices, but energy's not holding up. Dell. Dell breaking down. If soy can stay at 200, these shorts can make money. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Caesars. Not liking. People aren't gambling right now. CG. Carlyle Group. This has been on our list for a while. Now, you see how easily this broke the 200? The SPY is not doing that. What the SPY is doing is more of what I was talking about earlier, just kind of sitting here and consolidating and just putzing around. Gotcha. A lot of Harley people here. Got it. In India is motorcycle. See, I did not know that, Ivan. I did not know that. I did not know that the main travel in India is motorcycle. That would make a lot more sense. Would you drive a BMW if it had a 100% tariff on it? Hell no. No. So be careful, folks. Be careful. You see where we're at right now. Again, it's not easy for this thing to just fall unless there's some major news, choppiness, maybe a lower high, maybe consolidation, a lot of choppiness. Let's now talk about my long side. Guild, and I don't have to rush to work today. Guild, LKQ, TLT, big green candle. Let's take a look, Karen. You're right. Real nice. This is good for the TLT, but the stock market doesn't seem to be buying into any of it. But I agree with you on bonds. It's great. They can actually get 4 people on a bike. Huh, interesting. See, I did not know. You just taught me something. I did not know that Indians, that their mode of transportation is motorcycle. Now that I know that, it would actually make more sense. But here in the US, I've never seen an Indian ride I don't think I've ever seen an Indian ride a motorcycle. Indians just don't seem to do that around here. And we had a lot of Indians in Los Angeles. We don't have a lot here in Ponte Vedra. We had a lot of Indians in LA. This has to cross above. This has to get above. And I know there's a lot of Indians in Texas too. But again, maybe it's just me. Monster Beverage right here. Same in Philippines. Okay. Makes a nice adventure touring bike though. Yeah, they do. They do. Hero. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. You guys know a lot about motorcycles. I'm clueless. This looks very nice, by the way. And by the way, speaking of nice, let's look at consumer staples. See, consumer staples don't look that bad. They don't look that bad. Defensive, defensive, defensive. BMRN. The last one I'm going to show you is a little bit of a surprise. This has all the way up to the 200-day moving average. This is a big surprise. I'm really surprised about this. This is what I'm surprised about. FMX. Now, I would only be trading this as a pullback to the 8-day EMA with a target of the 200-day moving target of a 200-day moving average. Wow, I live in Texas now. Yeah, a lot of people from India. Yeah, a lot of people from India there. My wife's family's from there. Another news is that there's no branded cars in India, only Japanese and Korean, apart from some local brands. Very interesting. You guys are this is why I love socializing with you guys. I learned so much from you. India is a major bike country, but a typical bike costs a fourth of a Harley. Thank you, thank you. India is a very cost conscious. Right, right. Again, I love Indians. I've never had a problem with an Indian in my life. I just never seen an Indian on a Harley. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I will take a polygraph test. I've never seen an Indian on a Harley in my life. I'm gonna ask my wife if she's ever seen an Indian on a Harley. All right. So game plan for today. This is the for the folks who like to get the conclusions. So far, I really do like what I'm seeing in the bond market, but I'm not really seeing any follow through in the stock market from it at all. As a matter of fact, quite opposite. Quite opposite. The good news is we're not going to have any gaps today. We're not going to gap up and we're not going to gap down. We're going to just open kind of where we're at. Honestly, between you and I, you see this right here, this red bar? Penny says, I watched The Amazing Race, and when they are in India, it seems most of the trials on motorcycle, train, bike, and a few motorcycles. Interesting, very interesting. I got to watch that show. Seen are Indians. Yeah, most heart doctors I've seen are Indians too, and they're great. They're fantastic, actually. Indians are very, very smart. I've always gotten along with Indians very well. I had a friend when I was in college, and they used to own a chain of hotels, and he used to give me rooms all the time when I used to hang out. That was I was a kid. Very nice guy, real nice guy. Great family too. So this is today, okay? This is the last 3 days. Honestly, and I don't want to give you like a cheap shot, but you see how we are right now today, the high and low. I wouldn't be surprised if we closed right here as well. Why? Let me show you why. See how I drew this little channel right here? Right here? And how it's getting a little tighter. I wouldn't be surprised if we've already made the high of the day or the low of the day. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If we start breaking down hard, all bets are off. I don't think it's going to happen because it's Friday and the news is already out. I think the market is going to consolidate. Am I expecting a lot of upside today? No. I don't think any institutions would be crazy enough to start buying unless there was a major catalyst. What would be that catalyst? Oh, I love curry. We have a great Indian place here called Jack's Spice. Oh, the food is amazing. If you guys ever come here, try Jack's Spice. Jack's Spice. The food is very, very good. Long Way Around Movies is a good watch. I'll check it out. Yeah, but love Indian food. Love my Indians. All right, so choppiness. This what you've already seen today may just be today. I'm not seeing any major catalyst. I don't see a lot of institutions coming in today to buy. I'm not seeing anything exciting. At the same time, I'm not really seeing anything detractory. My opinion is right now the market is hyper focused on this tariff news, and I think Trump knows that, and I think he's driving the market with his, we're going to do this, we're not going to do this, we're going to do this, we're not going to do this. Please keep your position size very, very small right now. I'm leaning towards the short side today. I'm leaning towards the short side because I'm not seeing a reaction from the upside at all. And we got knocked down pretty hard here. I'm not going to do anything the first hour of the day, and I will be updating you religiously on the Telegram channels. Okay? Folks, if there's any, I'm in North Florida, Manuel. I'm in the most upper North Florida I'm just south of Georgia. All right. So keep your eye on VIX, on volatility. Keep your eye on volatility today. See how it made a lower low? We don't want volatility to go above 2643. Okay? That's like the last thing. That's like the last thing we want. Okay? The last thing we want. All right. All right. Is there any questions before I let you guys go? I'm in no rush today. Is there any questions? Yeah, Jack Spice, really good. No, it's here's how it's spelled. It's spelled like this, Jack's Spice. Here, let me give you guys some links. Let me know if there are any questions. I want to give you guys answers. Is there any questions? Went up on news and right back down. Exactly. Gifts of Spice to Solomon. There you go, Gerald. Let me give you a link to VIP room and Customer Service Live. Cam, what are you doing in Customer Service Live today? I just had the best pizza last night at Indian Flame Restaurant. Indian pizza. That sounds good. Yeah, and Powell speaks, right. And let me give you Customer Service Live. All right. Don't forget, Powell speaks at 12:30. SNY? Let's take a look at SNY. It's very gappy. It's kind of gappy. You got too much overnight risk with stocks this gappy. Too much gappy. We got taken last year on NVXO. We got taken by this stock. No, NXO, I think it was. I don't remember. We got taken last Christmas by a stock like this, and I stopped trading gappy stocks after that. Manuel says, okay, I'll have to try that. I'm in Palm Bay, but I love traveling and finding new places. Yeah, Jack Spice is great. Do you think about Bitcoin is going to respond today? Good question. Let's look at Bitcoin. Good question. Yeah, see, I don't have to drive anywhere today. I think Bitcoin is going to just putz around here and maybe come down again. The long-term trend is not good on Bitcoin. And remember, they're very correlated with mega caps. And mega caps are up here. And Bitcoin is up here. So if I was to put a bet on it, I would bet that we're going to go back down to here. All right. NVO, that's it. See? That's it. You guys remember last Christmas? You remember, Omar? It was last Christmas. No, not last Christmas. The Christmas before last Christmas. I still remember it was one of our 18 losing trades in the pit. This stock, see how choppy it is? So we were long, like, somewhere, God knows where. It was around here, and it gapped against us. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing gappy stocks again. All right, guys, I will see you later. You have a great day today. If there's anything that I missed, here is my email address. Please, no customer service. Trading questions. I'll see you later. Have a fantastic day. I will be updating you every 5 minutes today. I promise. I've got nothing better to do, and I have a class at 1. So hang out, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Bye. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. Trading questions. Thank you, Terry. Bye, guys. Have a great afternoon. Bye.